France is on fire, fam. France is on fire. And it kind of reminds me of a situation, 2019, 2020, when we started to see France and Italy being taken down by the coronavirus, right? By COVID-19, Fuck all the speculation, whether it was man-made, gain of function. You know that shit was man-made. But anyway, what I'm saying is, I remember looking at Europe dropping country by country by country and wondering when it's going to hit America, because we really wasn't having it like that early 2020. It was mostly California, right? I think it was, and the old folks' homes and things of that nature. It was on a periphery. And then slowly but surely, it started hitting us. And then you remember when it hit New York was going bananas. I want to know if this kind of vibration is going to hit the United States. Okay, so what are they writing about? Well, we know that because of what we call austerity, right? France has been, they changing up the laws. They're saying, okay, now you got to work 2 extra years, before you can retire. The inflation is off the hook. What do you call it? The job situation is treacherous there. And then this happened. Then some fucking devils killed this young boy. Let me get his name. His name is Nahel M, is what they calling him. They haven't given up his last name. A good boy, taking care of his mom. He was basically delivering food, right? And he was stopped at a traffic stop. And I'm looking at the video now, and these fucking cops looked like military grade weapons pointed at the boy's head. What the fuck? Over traffic? Why? It's no logic to it. It's just fearful people with guns, and it inflates their fucked up self-image, and they feel like they can take somebody's life and it's not gonna be no consequences. Well, guess what? We're gonna find out how valuable Nahel's life is worth when all this rioting shit finishes. Because that's the cost. You're not just paying the cost of robbing a family of their future. You destroying all that stuff that don't mean shit to the common man. Now, the white press is calling it, the immigrant riots and the blacks are revolting. Yeah, okay, you always say that shit. You're not going to say nothing about why you got these terrorists in police uniforms killing folk. That's the root cause. It reminds me of another situation a few years back in Tunisia. I don't know if y'all remember this brother. This brother's name was Mohammed Boa. Let me get his name right. Mohammed Bouazizi. Another situation, right? Young man trying to take care of his family. He's selling fruits, working hard, selling fruits. Go to the fruit market, the night before, get all his produce or whatever, and then sell on the street, the next day, just trying to take care of his family. Police is fucking with him constantly, hitting him for bribes, oh, you ain't got a license, this and the third. He's not robbing nobody. He's not hurting nobody. He's just trying to take care of his family, but that's not enough for these devils. That's not enough. So finally, he just said, fuck it. And he set himself on fire. Sometimes that's what people do to kind of send a message. He set himself on fire, and guess what happened? Tunisia caught on fire. And they got that dictator, that president has been in there for I don't know how many years, 30, 40 years, whatever it was. They got him up out of there. It took a long time, but they got him up out of there. And that fire spread to a lot of other countries in the Arab world. Reminds me of another situation. Back in 1991, a beautiful young lady named Letitia Harlins, high schooler, went into this liquor store, Empire Liquors, owned by a Korean family, to get a bottle of juice, orange juice. Walking to the counter, she puts the juice in the bag, has the money out for it, right? She walking to the counter. The devil behind the counter, Soon Jadu, one of the store owners, accused her of stealing, even though the girl got the money in her hand, trying to hand it to her. She grabs the little girl's bag, they tussle, and she throws the juice back at her, and she walks out the store. And this devil takes a .38 and shoots the 15-year-old baby in the back of the fucking head. How much was Letitia Harlan's life worth? You calculate how much damage was done to the city, you'll get a percentage of it, just a percentage. Not only was the city fucked up, but the trust in the law and order, because what happened was that bitch, that woman went to trial, right? And the judge sentenced her to, voluntary manslaughter, and the maximum was 16 years jail sentence. And Judge Joyce Carlin rejected the jury's recommendation and sentenced her to 5 years probation, 400 hours community service, and a 500. And so then, Rodney King happened, and that was it. The city was destroyed. In my opinion, the city was destroyed long ago. Long ago. What's the point? The point is that these riots is the symptom. These riots are not the problem. Martin Luther King says something to the effect of, like, violence is the voice of the voiceless or something like that. You don't listen to the people. I don't have no fancy words like that. What I can say is that these riots are the symptom. The problem is that the state, who uses cops as death squads, state-sponsored death squads, and occupying forces, and governments that don't deliver services and goods for the people are shaking them off. That's what these riots are about. And the thing that's crazy is we haven't even really recovered from COVID yet. We haven't recovered. So a lot of these people are unemployed. A lot of these people are hungry. A lot of these people. Sometimes an operating system, a piece of hardware, a government, a governmental body outlives its usefulness, and it has to be upgraded. It has to be changed. I'm not one of these people that says defund the police. I don't believe in that shit. I don't believe that cops should have guns at traffic stops, though. I don't believe that. If the person wants to get away, let them fucking get away. Take down the license plate number, send another squad after them. I don't think cops should have and then if a cop does have a gun, they should have somebody else with him. I don't know, a therapist or a psychiatrist or something. Somebody that can de-escalate, because these cops obviously can't do it. And I don't think they want to do it. I think a lot of these cops get off on this shit. And the problem is the good cops can't say nothing because the bad cops are in the leadership. And they'll make trouble for them. Every now and then, a good cop will show up. And then you'll hear stories about, came outside and there was a dead rat on my doorstep or on my. That happened to me and my wife a long time ago. I wasn't a cop. I was a black person in an all-white neighborhood. And somebody left a dead mouse. It wasn't a rat. It was a dead mouse on the doorstep. It's like, okay, these devils. But anyway, what's the point? The point is these systems need to be upgraded. These systems need to be reconfigured. They need to be changed. There's no reason in the world why those cops who shot that boy should not receive the death penalty. Like immediately, not 5 years later, immediately. You got to send the message. And right now, the message is being sent loud and clear by the masses who are destroying that situation. You can look on Twitter. And I know Twitter going through the change. You can look on Twitter and you can see how they transpose the riots and the fires. Some people might call it uprising. on the one hand, and then Macron, who's the president, at an Elton John concert at the same time. These people don't give a fuck. And then they want your country to still send more money for Ukraine. It's like these folk are insane. These people are insane. So in one way, and it sounds horrible to say, but all of these martyrs has given the good people in society a chance to kind of rethink their lives and say, you know what, maybe I should move, or maybe I should change jobs, or maybe I should get my family, kind of a thing. Because I was telling somebody the other day, nature always gives you a warning. You know what I mean? The dog will bark, the clouds will thunder. It'll always be a warning before the shit hits the fan. And these martyrs is our thunder. This is John the Soul, johnthesoul.com. Take care of yourself and your family. And stay safe. Peace.